what's up YouTube? It's your brother YT Wake. I'm back at it again with another video. Apparently, credit card companies are shutting down people's accounts without notifying them. Now, this is something that they do, especially when times get harder in the economy. Then they'll start to limit the exposure that they have. They'll start to limit the amount of money that they give out, and they'll start to reduce the limits on people's credit cards. We're going to get into it. We're going to explain the reasons why. Family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe and ring the post notification bell as well. All right, let's get into it.
Barclays Credit Card is probably one of the worst companies out there, man. Like, they are closing people's credit card accounts. Even if you have never missed a payment, they still closing it. Even if you have a good credit profile with them, they still closing it, not telling you why they're closing it. And that's hurting people's credit scores.
I don't know if you guys have heard, but Chase Bank has been closing thousands of accounts every day without notice, with zero explanation, and all of these thousands of people have absolutely no access to their money. Like, it's all gone. I've been using Chase Bank for 12 years, so when I heard that, I was like, what do I do? In the same day that I found out this information, I went to go see the Barbie movie. I was 30 minutes late and missed fucking half the movie. So when I got home, I was like, oh, I'm sure I can buy this online somewhere. So I type it into Google and I click the first one that comes up. It's for sale. I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. My dumbass was so excited and ready to watch the beginning of the Barbie movie that I didn't realize I just put my credit card into a scam website. So right away I called Chase and I was like, can you block the charge? And they're like, no, we need to send you a new card and we're going to deactivate your card that's working right now and you won't have one for 5 to 7 days. And I was like, I cannot go 5 to 7 days without a bank account. So now I was in a double whammy. I was like, I have a sketchy website that has my card information, and I know that Chase is closing thousands of accounts every day. But then I remembered that last year I opened a SoFi banking account because my ex sent me a link and was like, hey, I've been hearing about this new bank. They like give you interest on your checking account. It literally takes like 2 minutes to sign up. Can you do it? I'll get $25 and you'll get $25 when you deposit $10. So I didn't care to have this bank. I was just doing him a favor. So long story short, I just spent I don't know how many days transferring all of my money from my Chase account to my SoFi banking account because I don't want to have like Bank of America. They went through like the biggest lawsuit ever, signing people up for accounts that they had no idea about. I was scared to make this video before I moved all of my money, but I'm good now. So if you want to do the same thing, you just connect it with Plaid. I left a link in my bio. This is not an ad. I'm not being paid for this. I am genuinely trying to help you out because I was scared and I don't know if you're scared too, but if you are, I'm trying to help you. Everything is FDIC insured. I'm like such a tweak about these things, especially with my funds. So I did my research, but if you're still sketched out, I invite you to do your own because ain't nobody taking my bag.
Now, I don't know if she meant to say Bank of America or if she was talking about Wells Fargo. I remember Wells Fargo was creating fake accounts in people's names. They got caught up in that. It's a scheme that they had going on from the inside, making accounts in people's names that they had no idea about. Now, I don't trust BOA, Bank of America. I don't trust Wells Fargo. I more so prefer credit unions or SoFi as well. Y'all know I got the SoFi link in my bio. I've always been advocating for SoFi. I love the opportunities that they have. I love that they reimbursed international transaction fees. I like that you can invest into stocks from their website. I like that you can get homeowners insurance and auto insurance through them, all from their website. And I like their 2% cash back credit card. And I like that they have $2 million worth of coverage as far as FDIC insurance goes on your money compared to $250,000 like most banks. If you want to get a SoFi account, then make sure you click the link in the description. They will give you up to $325 when you make your first direct deposit. But this not no drop, this not no plug, this not no sponsorship. I'm just putting y'all on. She talked about it, so I'm like, let me share some game too. Because that's who I rock with. I got an account with them. I've been rocking with them since 2017 or 2018.
Chase is closing my credit card, and it seems that I'm not the only person this is happening to. So here's what I found out so far. First and foremost, if you think this isn't going to happen to you, it definitely could happen to you because these are just DMs I received last night or the night before when I posted this on my social media, which I do not have any type of following on there. Like, I'm not an influencer. Okay, I'm just gonna have to insert like a photo or a screenshot of the letter that I got and the email that I got because it's so fucking vague. It's so stupid. The reasoning is non-existent. It's just unexpected activity. And I called the number on there, which is what you're supposed to do, and they were useless. So I went to a branch. They were also useless. And then I finally got in with a banker, and the banker tried her damnedest, but there's really nothing anybody can fucking do. So I'm just fucked in this whole thing, which is so awesome for me. And just for context, because I don't want to hear shit from nobody, I didn't do anything fraudulent. I don't do anything suspicious on my fucking account. I pay it off in full at the end of the statement like everybody else, all right? I wasn't credit cycling. My credit limit was like well over $20,000. I don't have $20,000 worth of expenses every month. Wasn't going over that. I wasn't paying it off and then re-racking it up. Like, I was paying it off at the end of the month like a normal person. I didn't pay a single late balance. I didn't pay a late fee. I haven't had any interest. Like, I have used this card perfectly. I'm literally the perfect borrower. This is my one flex in life, is that I'm good with my credit cards. That's it. That is literally it. It's so fucking frustrating. Genuinely, fuck the card. I don't even care about that. The worst part about all of this is I had 152,000 points already racked up and I had another 2,900 pending. And the best thing I could do was get $1,500 back. So, and I didn't even get it yet. It's getting transferred to my Wells Fargo account. So, fuck Chase. I was literally saving these points for my honeymoon. Now I have $1,500 for my honeymoon, which is bogus because if you played with the Chase portal, you know how much 150,000 points was going to get you. Like, that's literally like 8 days and any all-inclusive resort in Mexico. But now I have $1,500, so fuck Chase. Don't let this be you. Go use your fucking credit card points. Don't give Chase any more of your fucking money, and fuck Chase.
Y'all, this is the same thing that happened to me. I had no idea that they closed my account. First of all, for you to close somebody's account and not give them notice, that is absolutely crazy. Crazy. So this is how I found out. What? Card is declined. Card is closed. What the fuck? Remember when I told y'all I only use this card at Chick-fil-A? So I haven't actually had to pay for my own Chick-fil-A since July. So I guess that's why I didn't really know. And y'all know with Tomo, the payments come out weekly, right? So I guess like because I haven't used this since then, they closed my account. But they're steadily emailing me about the Tomo boost. So I guess if you got the account in the beginning and your account was free, they close your account. Or maybe they closed my account because I haven't used it since July. But regardless, if you guys are starting your credit journey, do not start with this card. It was good for what it was good for when they first brought this card around. But now that you have to pay for it, it's way better cards for you to choose from, especially if you are starting your credit journey. So when I log in, this is basically what it says. It says, as of September 26th, your card will stop working. And I didn't know the card was going to stop working because they never told me. They never emailed me. I had to log in to actually see, like, what the hell happened? Like, I found out through a damn text message. They want you to pay. That's the bottom line. They want you to pay. So the business model was not working the way that it was supposed to, and now they want you to pay. This is what they want you to do. And from what I've been told, the trade lines are not even reporting. So since we are talking about cards to avoid, these are some other cards to avoid. Do not get these cards because these are low tier cards, right? So what's going to happen is, say they give you a limit of like $300, $500, even $1,000, like the Tomo card. When you start trying to get credit at bigger places, because now you have like a 650 or a 700 and you're like, ooh, I want an Amex. Ooh, I want the Capital One card. I want the Venture card. I want the Sapphire Reserve. They are going to either decline you or give you low limits because of the limits that you have on these cards. If you guys want my opinion on the best tier 1 cards, if you are just starting your credit card journey, then drop a credit card in the description. And look, if you already have the Tomo card, just keep it. But if you're paying for it,
Here go a little game too. See, it's good to always keep your utilization below 30%. That way it does not affect your score. Preferably keep it between 5 and 9% if you can. But if you don't want them to close down your account on that credit card, then make sure you at least keep a small balance on that card. Don't pay it off entirely and never use it, because that's going to be a reason that they'll close it down. You're not using it. The card does not have an active balance. They're not making no money off of you. At the end of the day, they want to make some money off of you. And if you're not using that card, then they're going to get rid of you and let somebody else get that limit. You see what I'm saying? Or if you're close to the maximum spend, that could be another reason for them to cut your limit in economic uncertainty, like these times we're going through right now, because you are a high risk candidate, especially if you've been holding that balance for a long time without paying it off. many 30-day cycles have went past and you haven't paid it off entirely yet, it is very unlikely that you will pay this balance back and ultimately might end up in defaulting on that balance. And they want to avoid that to the best of their ability with as many people as they can.
This is very unfortunate that you're dealing with this, and I'm sure you're not the only one, so let me answer it in a video message that other people can see if they're going through it as well. When you applied for that credit card, they had you check a consumer report to see if you were an asset and worthy of their product and services. And you were, because they extended you a line of credit. Well, by you not activating that card, you showed them that you were a liability. You weren't making them any money and you weren't using their product. Therefore, they closed your card. Fortunate enough for you, I understand the process of how to remove negative credit card debt from the report. The 2 documents in my arsenal that'll help you. One is my personal update letter that disputes all name variations and all old addresses and only keeps one name, one address, and potentially one phone number on your account. And my secret weapon for you is how to dispute negative credit card debt. This document can help you remove that negative credit card debt amongst other negative credit card debts you may be experiencing. If you need that document, tap in.
So let me get this straight. Capital One is closing people's accounts for credit cycling. They're closing your account for what they call credit cycling. I'm so confused. So basically, if you purchase something and you pay it off, and then you purchase something again and you pay it off, they're considering that to be credit cycling, and then they're going to close your account? That's insane to me. I thought that's what they've always wanted you to do with your credit cards. Pay off the balance. So Capital One is going to close your account because you're doing exactly that, and they're calling it credit cycling. That's a darn shame. What it is, in my opinion, they're not getting the interest. They're not getting interest payments. So without interest, they're not making money. So what they're doing is just closing your account because you're paying off your credit card. Please make this make sense, Capital One. Credit cycling. Make it make sense.
She just found out one of her credit cards got closed down and it has a high interest rate. So she wants to know if she should continue paying on it. So me, I'm going to always go the route of saving your credit score. If you stop making those payments, it's going to start defaulting and reporting late payments, and your credit score is going to tank to hell. We don't want that, do we? So there's a few options. Option 1, reach out to the company, let them know you're having a hard time making payments, and see what hardship programs they have. Usually these programs require your card to be closed anyways, and then they may give you a lower interest rate so that you're able to pay it off easier. Your second option is to look into applying for a new credit card that has 0% interest for the first 12 to 18 months, and then doing a balance transfer. This allows you to get away from the interest that's racking up on that first card that you couldn't pay in the first place, and gives you more ease in paying that balance down with no extra coins being added on top. I hope that helps you, boo. If that card has some age on it, if it's one of your oldest cards, you definitely want to keep it in good standing. So make sure you continue to pay it if you can.
The second option is probably what you want to do. You want to apply for another card, get that 12 to 15 month 0% APR, transfer that balance over. Now you got 12 to 15, sometimes even 18 months to pay no interest on that balance that you currently have, right? It might be a little fee to transfer it over. That's cool. Pay that fee. That way you save yourself on paying interest and pay that card off before the next 12 to 15 months. If you can't pay it off, then find another card, do it again. That's a little game.
Capital One closed your card, now what? If Capital One closed your credit card, here's exactly what you need to do before it wrecks your credit score. The first and most important thing you need to do is do not panic, but act fast. The first thing that happens when you lose a credit account is your utilization usually shoots up really high because you've lost that available credit. The second thing you're going to want to start focusing on is getting a letter or a message from them explaining why your account got closed. This could be over credit cycling, too many missed payments, or just inactivity. Next, if you had any points or any rewards or a balance, make sure to call them immediately. Some customers are reporting that they lost all their travel points, rewards, cashback, whatever they had when that account got closed. And if you can, open up a replacement credit card so you can balance out that utilization you lost from the card that they closed. You want to try to save your credit score before anything updates on your credit profile, like your utilization going up and a loss of an account. Capital One might be closing accounts, but you don't want to get caught slipping while they're doing so. Make sure you follow my account for more updates, as a lot of banks are going to start taking Capital One's lead. And if you haven't already seen my original Capital One post, make sure you go check it out and go through the comments and see if you're having a relatable experience as anybody else.
It's not just Capital One that's closing people credit card accounts right now. It's also Chase, Credit One, Synchrony Bank, and also Community Bank too. And this is all because of credit cycling, y'all. This is freaking ridiculous. So if you do have those accounts, be on the lookout to see if your account get removed or get closed ASAP.
All right, story time on why I ended up closing out one of my credit cards. So I got all 5 credit cards from Credit Karma, and one of them was Discover. The Discover card had a $5,000 limit. So during the pandemic, I ended up buying my kids some furniture from a furniture store, of course, and I used about $1,500. At that time, I was not paying my credit cards right off, but I was making sure I was paying them on time every month. So I went to try to use my credit card again the next month, and it declined. I'm like, what the fuck? I know I got some money on this card. I ended up calling Discover to see what was going on. And by my discovery, they actually lowered my limit from $5,000 to $1,500. And I already used my card $1,500. So now my usage rate is used all up. My credit score has went down because I didn't use all my credit up. And I'm like, why would y'all do that? So they really didn't give me a reason. They said they ended up running my credit out of nowhere. And they decided they wanted to lower my credit limit. So when I thought about it, I'm thinking like they didn't know what was going on during the pandemic. They probably didn't want people to use their credit cards like that and get scared. But it was some bull crap. So I ended up closing the card because I'm like, if y'all can do that to me, I don't want to deal with y'all at all. So bye-bye. End up paying it off and don't worry about me.
There's nothing wrong with paying that card off. But remember, family, when you do this, it could affect your overall credit utilization because your total available credit decreases, which can hurt your score. And it also can reduce your length of credit history, which is major. You definitely don't want to reduce your length of credit history. So if you close an account, make sure it's not your oldest account. I would just say that. If it's not your oldest account that you have on file, if so, then that can impact your score tremendously. But if that card had a high annual fee, then that could probably help you out. You won't have to pay the high annual fee no more with that account being closed.
Okay, so where are all my people that know a lot about credit? I have a Boot Barn credit card that I've had probably for like a year and never use it. It's kind of like just one of those spontaneous things when they ask you at checkout, oh, would you like to apply for a credit card? And I did, and I got it, and came in, put it away in my drawer, and that was it. I never needed to use it, but today I got a notification that they closed it. Is it because I didn't use it? Is it gonna go bad towards my credit? Because I know like when you close accounts, I think like it's kind of like bad on your part, but I never used it. I never had to, but I just wanted it. But I had it for over a year. Now I'm wondering if it's gonna negatively hurt me. Not like credit score wise, but like credit history wise, I guess. I don't know. What should I do? Can I reopen it or just leave it, let it go, and that's it?
If your credit card companies are closing your credit cards for no reason or lowering your credit limit, this is why. There's something in the banking world called net interest income, which is the income that credit card companies make for lending you money. If you're not really using your credit cards, that could be one of the reasons why they either close it or they lower the limit. However, there's also risk. If the credit card companies or the banks determine that based on how you use your credit cards or how you've previously managed your credit cards, you are a higher risk, they might not want to give you a $10,000 credit line. And if you have a $10,000 credit line and they think you're a high risk, they're going to lower that limit or perhaps even terminate that relationship. More and more often now, I'm getting these type of questions from my community asking, Ricardo, why is my credit card limit being shut down, especially after I make a large payment? It's not because you made the large payment, but it's rather because of the fact that that credit card company does not want to continue to take the same amount of risk that they've been taking with that open line of credit from you.
So family, listen, have you had an account closed recently for which you thought was no reason? If so, you might have learned something from this video. The reason behind it. It wasn't for no reason. It was for a reason that was unknown to you, but known to the creditor. Or it could have been for something that you've done that made them want to close your account. But family, share this with somebody that might need to watch this. Peace to my Hebrew family. Shalom. I will catch y'all on the next one.